Welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And greetings, blessings, salutations, and love. Once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott here at an slightly earlier time. For those of you who are already tuning in, sincerely, blessings and love. My sincere appreciation and gratitude goes out for all of you who do tune in, who may receive the notification, stroll in during the stream, and to all those who choose to join us later. Thank you sincerely and blessings. Today I'm starting at a different time, a slightly earlier today, but filled with inspiration and joy and love of life, and I hope to share some of that. I'm going to drop the link here in just a couple of minutes, but first I want to start off with, the topic, the thumbnail today. No matter where you are on your journey, that's exactly where you need to be. The next road is always ahead. And on this one, I got a little bit wordy here, but the idea is if you can find the perfection of time, okay, time in the big concept that it is, but if you can find the perfection of time through the past, through the present, and future, in this moment, if you can find the perfection of time and trust that by simply paying attention, you will end up perfectly where you want to be. Because here's the secret. If you always love to be wherever you are, wherever you go, you'll love where you are. So that's the best way, is just to love being you as you are, wherever you are in your journey. So that is kind of the topic I want to get into today, is living life from where you are at. And actually, kind of inspired by conversations yesterday, perhaps, maybe accepting and living with others where they are at in their journey. I think with that thought, I'm going to go ahead and drop the link. And for those who may be present and finding the desire to join the conversation and panel, please feel free to do so. Yes, a little bit early today. Inspired in part, I'm actually hopeful. If someone get my attention, maybe, but I'll try and pay attention. If Miss Margot Davy returns today, I reflected on my part in our conversations yesterday and before. I reflected on my part a little bit more, and anyway, inspired by her today and Monday evening in Spokane, I understand is the regular scheduled city council meetings. It's been a while since I've attended, so I intend to make my way that way tonight. After the stream, I'll go head downtown and see what I can do to connect with, or perhaps reintroduce myself to others around there. And I sent an email as well today, so we shall see. My goals are hopeful, and I'm very optimistic, honestly. The way I've been training myself, and really kind of what I've been growing and learning and adapting for myself, is to picture the future, to really expand the vision. Start with an idea for the future, some goals, some achievements, some experience you would want, maybe something that might bring you a smile or bring your heart some joy. So start with that first idea and then step it up, right? lean into that idea and grow that into a grander vision. And honestly, this is what I'm no secret. This is kind of what I would love to do with some of the community leaders in my hometown. You know, people in leadership positions, they do understand the value, I think, of well, every one of us is different, and all of us end up in these different positions in our lives for different reasons. Some we choose, some reasons are chosen for us. But brothers and sisters, I've been growing into my faith in the divine. Personally, I do use the word God a lot, but I have faith in the source of all creation. I have faith in the order that the universe brings forth. I have faith. I have faith and I have peace in this moment because that's what I focus on. I focus on being peace in this moment, and I remind myself that this moment is all that there is. And this moment too shall pass. So recognizing that when the pain steps in, when we do get physically, emotionally, intellectually harmed, hurt, when we feel hurt, you can remind yourself, this too shall pass. This is but a moment, a momentary state of this experience. And the experience, man, the experience of life, that is what it's all about. My mind is trying to travel to a few different things here. Last night after my stream, I got to join Jesse and Angeline with the high vibe topic on the missing links. So I joined a panel briefly for a little bit last night. And for those who caught the restream, thank you for joining. Hopefully if you discovered the missing link in Jesse last night, you subscribe. Anyway, after that last night, had a beautiful evening. This morning, earlier today, I was feeling good, feeling inspired, and I made my way over to the Unslaved realm over at Proper Instruction Motivates People. For those who have been around a while, you know who I'm talking about, what I'm referring to. For those who might be new when you're tuning in, it's another YouTube creator channel. It's been a part of my experience the past year. It's a very interesting part of this. Anyway, showed up there only to be belittled and insulted once again by this arrogant young punk, Paul. In the past, I used to let things like that, moments like that, people want to be insulting and demeaning and just real combative. Boy, you present me an opportunity to fight, man. I used to love fighting. I used to, I'll feed that fight all day, even if the opponent's not even there. And then I saw Paul doing that after I left. Talcott Express, amen. Blessings. Great to see you again. YouTube Mayor. And please, our poll blessings. Thank you. I hit the like button one time for Talcott, just cause you can. Hey, so we'll get to the topic here. So to tie it in, had what could have been a very unpleasant experience earlier in the day. I failed once again, and I didn't present myself in the way that I could have, and blah, blah, blah. But man, life is too short to dwell in the past, and the past includes this morning. Past definitely includes 20 years ago, 30 years ago, the times when we were children. That past is certainly not today. Hey, blessings to all of you tuning in, sincerely. This life we are living, we'll tie this into the topic, right? So unsettling things happen, unpleasant news arises. I've got there's another man here in town who I know, and him and his family are dealing with the illness or sickness of someone they truly care about. Someone close to them is in critical condition. Um, there's lots of reasons for us in our lives, the problems of others, the problems of ourselves. There's lots of reasons to get caught up in the negativity and the darkness and the uncertainty, in the pain and suffering that life can bring forth. But there's other ways. It doesn't have to be one turmoil after another, conflict after another, loss after another, disagreement. Life does not have to be that pattern. You, all of us, each of us, we all have the opportunity each day, every day. It's a new chance to do whatever you want. So I want to encourage you, try something new. Try to break out of the old habits of the past in whatever little ways, great ways that you can find. Because the world we're living in, with this chaos, this oppression, the censorship, the violence, the hate, the anger, the fear, it's a result of, believe it or not, the entire world is a result of our inner world. And the inner world, the outer world you experience is going to be related to the inner world that you allow, that you hold, that you create. The energies of us, the emotional and intelligent energies of us, of you and me, all of us. Those energies are what are really important. Okay, the numbers on a bank account don't matter. The notches on the bedpost don't matter. We live in a world where it's all inverted and it's all twisted. So here's the way to free yourself sincerely. Freedom exists. Freedom is with love. Freedom is with the truth. Freedom is with God, right? When you humble yourself to the probability, to the likelihood, when you humble yourself to the truth of what the world has shown, you can accept in your heart that you are here divinely created as a child of the Most High, a child of God. And then you get to define to you, what does that mean? What does a child of God do here in this world? What does that mean for me? Well, a quote that stood out for me is, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they are the children of God." Hopefully I'm remembering it accurately, but it's along those lines. So we each, within us, every moment of the day, we carry within us the opportunity to be light, to be dark, right? To be strong or to be weak, to be anything that you want each day. The world has been gifted to us all. So what are the rules of this world? Well, the best rule to follow is we want to find a way to get along, but be authentic and truthful with ourselves. So that means by abiding by the rules, the agreements of others in the realm, but at the same time, allowing your rules to be for you. Other people's rules are for others. So you choose which rules you participate with. You choose where you go. You choose how you feel. You choose what you think and what you do. Once you start owning that, owning the fact, okay, doesn't matter what the world shows, it doesn't matter what people say, what matters is I'm responsible for me. I'm responsible for what I think. I'm responsible for what I say. I'm responsible for what I do. Can you accept that? Because if you can accept that you're responsible for what you think, say, and do, well, then who are you going to blame for what you think, say, or do? Take away the blame, you lose your excuses. It's really this simple, following the logical process. And my experience brought me to these conclusions. So take it for what you think or what you want. But just what I'm saying, if you accept full ownership, full responsibility, full accountability for who you are and where you are and what you do, well, then guess what? You become free. Because that's the meaning of freedom. Freedom is a responsibility. Freedom has an accountability. So you may be free, but then what does that mean? What do you do? Well, if you are responsible and accountable for everything you think, say, and do, well, then you have no leg to stand on if you want to blame others. That includes for how you feel. So if you can't blame others for how you feel or what you think or say or do, well, then you don't have any excuses, do you? And if you don't have any excuses or blame for where you're at and what you're doing, you're accepting full accountability for who you are and where you are, then you are free. And without the excuses and blame, guess what shows? Your authentic, true nature of being. Because that is all that matters. All that matters is what is true. And what is true for you may not subjectively be true for me, but it's true for you. It's true in your life. But there is a greater objective truth. The objective truth is greater than your opinion or my opinion. It is the totality of all of the perspectives. And that truth I know is God. God is just so amazing, so incredible. It's, hey, I'm going to jump back. Blessings to all of you. Thank you. For those who may be interested in joining, please feel free, click the link. Monkey in training. Daddy's blocking my rights and freedoms. He's losing it today. Don't allow yourself to believe that anyone can block your rights and freedoms. You just may have restricted opportunities or limited opportunities compared to others, but nah, we choose what we do. Is he restreaming? Well, Paul, God bless, Paul. You're a good man. Being a Christian is something people don't understand what is expected because Jesus came to let us know the ways of God by demonstrating a lot of what God is. God loves us. And when you get this by following what he did with people in the Bible, this should be a pointer for us to follow. But we should never be cut off by what people are doing to distract or destroy our mind. I agree. I think in the greater scope of our world, golly geez, man, in the greater scope of our world, our God, our Creator, reveals so much to us, so much love, so much just beauty and goodness. And the world we were born into, man, the deceived raised the confused. And there's been a lot of confusion in what was meant from the Bible and the example God offered us through the incarnation and the stories of Jesus. Praise God, man, sincerely. And this is what I realized too. This is what I realized. A lot of Christians they're close. They're really close in what the role is. But we shouldn't be necessarily praising our church. We shouldn't be praising the Bible or the book. Sincerely, praise of God. Praise of God is sincerely the best way to be. The union rep organized for Flow TMLZ. This life is fascinating. Hey, welcome, Jason. Welcome back, brother.
How you doing? How you doing this evening?
I am feeling blessed, sincerely. Were you tuned in later or just jumping in, saw it was going?
Just jumping in right now. I'm like, my mind's blown. Like, I'm trying to figure you out.
Which parts? Please, I'm open book.
Just everything you say, man. I don't get it.
It can sound confusing. I know I say things that can sound confusing. It's not my intention, because what I'm actually trying to explain, it is so simple. It's hard to accept. It's not hard to accept. It can be challenging to accept. It's very simple to accept, but the mind will create a lot of resistance simply because this is the way our world and our paths have been created. Are you a man of faith? I can't remember where you're at on your spiritual path.
Hell no. No man of faith. Have a family. I got children. I know this world, but I've been around.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm listening to you here on YouTube, and that's what's fucking confusing the fuck out of me.
I can imagine.
Come on now.
Jason, I can imagine. Because if you're not, I appreciate your honesty. And that's kind of why I ask, though, is to know how did you find your way here? And if you're not a man of faith yet, there's something that's keeping you here. I encourage you, press into it.
Oh, I'm pressing. And I'm hoping I don't get pressed into as disturbing as most of the people I met on YouTube. As when it gets depressing, when it shows, nefarious things that person done, this person done, that person done, and you're leading like you got all the fucking red flags on my head right now. That's what I'm fucking here for. Like, what is going on? The way you talk, the way you say things, like you're asking for forgiving. I don't know. Explain to me. Explain to me.
Actually, hey, this is beautiful.
Okay.
In a conversation I had earlier today, here's what I'm really trying to explain. Something that I started learning about in 2018. Unconditional love. Love without conditions. Or simply the word unconditional. Have you ever thought about those things?
Yeah, to whom do you show all this love to? In the year of 2018, who do you show this unconditional love to in 2018? I'm listening.
Well, I started learning about unconditional love and what that might mean. And that's actually what I saw demonstrated in the story of Jesus, Yeshua. He offered unconditional love, love without conditions, love without limits, regardless of gender, color, race. He saw I believe he showed love. So I started listening to to a lot of philosophers, some of the spiritual people who are online, and listening to words of great poets like, oh, it's not Sufi. He is Sufi, but the name is I listen to a lot of great poets, philosophers, mystics talking about love. Jason, you said you've got family, right? You got a wife
Oh yeah,
and
yeah. I got children and wife.
how many children? May I?
2.
You got 2? You
Yeah.
are blessed. So congratulations and blessings. I mean, that is what life is about. The love you feel, right, for those children. I can assume it's similar to the love I felt for my son. Just this
What was that?
overpowering
Did you lose your
love
son?
by circumstance. He's alive and healthy, I believe, but I don't know where he's at. It's a crazy story on my end, but the point I was offering with you is love,
Get it now.
right? That love without conditions, where the kids can be imperfect. Kid can throw poop all over the wall. You'll be frustrated at the moment in the mess, but you love, right? That's the answer, is we love. And the love I've imagined from our creator, from God, is more than that. I mean, because our God is greater than us. So the love it may feel for us as the children of consciousness, the children here on Mother Earth, those thoughts on love without conditions. Didn't matter if I'd screwed up. It didn't matter if I wasn't earning enough. It didn't matter if I'd made mistakes. There was love. Finding that love for myself, that was the key to my transformation. Okay. I started looking at how to love others better. But what I ended up learning was how to love myself more. Because we can't really love others. We don't love our family, our friends. We don't love them as much as we can when we have an emptiness in ourselves. And it's real easy to feel empty even when we've got blessings all around us. I
Are
used to
you
live
willing
that
to
way.
admit why you feel these feels?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Are you willing to admit why you feel these feels?
Yes, that's the key too. Learning how to understand our feelings.
No, I know that. I was asking you.
I've overcome those feelings. Today, my feelings, see, in the past, where I'm at in this house, I've still got, not to repeat myself, but for you or those who may not know, I spent a lifetime as a heavy drinker, and at the end it progressed. I was diseased. I had the shakes. I couldn't function a day without the whiskey in my body. I've got whiskey stains all over this house, unfortunately, still in the carpet. And this is the house. Well, there you go. This is the house where I had my son half of the time. So I had reasons to be happy. I had my son with me part of the time. I had a good job, a government job. So I had a secure paycheck. I had benefits, health care, providing for my family. I was putting away for the future. I thought I was doing everything right, except I was fucking miserable. I was drinking myself to death. I had severe depression, suicidal thoughts consistently, just too cowardly to actually take the action. It's when I felt so broken. First, I got I got sick of being sick because the constant poisoning of booze every single day and being hungover every single day. I finally got enough of that. So I asked for help, and I started my path of recovery through AA, through detox, and then through AA. But even after a year of sobriety, I was still depressed. I was still dark, and things were improving. My relationship with my son was growing. I was a better dad. I was doing better at work, doing better in many ways, but I was still miserable. And then I decided to know love. And once I started learning about love, and God graced me, the universe, the path and the progression of my life. At the end of 2017, I was blessed with a shift in my consciousness. Some might say I received the Holy Spirit, but within my body, where there used to be that nice warm rage and anger, right there, right next to it, all of a sudden I felt this warmth of love just coming through. And that love is what I call God now. I think love is the power, the force that brings us into being and moves us.
So what you're saying is you don't drink on camera anymore. I get you.
You're funny, brother. Hey, we got another guest here. We got another guest, an honored man, I believe. Although, wait a minute. Actually, welcome, Paul.
Yeah, you're not sure what you think or feel about me, huh?
Well, what should I, based on the evidence and facts that were displayed today?
I could ask the same thing about you.
Well, let's discuss.
Were you not just giving this man advice for himself and his family?
No, I was telling him my story.
Do you ever tell your story accurately or how you want us to hear and see it?
I tell my story based on the facts and in the most applicable ways I believe it helps. I'm honest about my story. So
what is it you would say is the reason why that woman and child won't deal with you?
I've said it. Their confusion. It's their choice.
It's everyone else's confusion. It's never yours, right?
Well, consider the facts.
Consider the facts, and of course, you're going to make the facts true right now.
Well, let's observe the facts, and if you have, we can discuss what's presented rather than
the facts are you won't pay for the house you're living in. That's probably one reason.
No, well, tell you what, it comes down to their choices. Now, I allege it's their confusion, but regardless,
what woman and child would feel safe living with a man who wouldn't pay for the house they're living in?
That's Paul,
what woman or child would trust that man or feel safe with them?
This is what I'm seeing, Paul. Goodbye. You offer me nothing but bitterness and arrogance, and that is where I was trying to get to.
I apologize.
Paul is he's a very confused man.
He's passionate. I heard it.
He is passionate.
But it's hard to, come on, hear it. I hear you.
It's unfortunate because Paul and I could have great conversations, but his bitterness and his arrogance make it impossible. And the problem is he's been unwilling to look at himself. Is there any willingness, Paul, for you to look at yourself and for us?
I'm the guy who went to a tent with 20,000 in the bank to refocus my life. You're a guy who won't work but lives in a house you can't pay for. Who's the arrogant one again? Who's the shallow, materialistic, duplicitous piece of shit?
You are. You
right. It's always everyone else. It's your wife. It's the child. It's me. It's everyone. It's never you.
Paul, can you put down the role of conviction?
Arrogance is living in a house you don't wish to pay for. That's beyond arrogance and hubris.
Arrogance is a false representation, and you're presenting a false representation. Okay, so you're demonstrating
that's
your delusion. Well,
That's you, Mr. Life Coach.
Well, let's join in the present. Okay, because if we can,
the present is where you get to escape accountability, responsibility for what you've already created. Great,
no,
perfect.
Paul, that is what you do. You use this.
No, that is you. No, that
arrogant,
is you.
Manipulative. Paul, if you join in the present, we can have.
Let's go in the present right now. How much do you owe right now on that house?
Zero.
Yes,
zero. I answered.
So then there should be no 30-day foreclosure date, right? You should be able to live there free and clear into the future.
Paul.
So you're lying again. You just lied for what sounded good that we.
So I will clear the record based on Paul's yet again presumption, arrogance, false narrative. I owe nothing. Okay, it's not my house. My lease has been paid. So you want to take today, Paul, and future trips, some fucking twisting of the facts. And Paul, you're delusional. I'm not going to entertain this anymore today. So please continue on with your path. Hey, Sterling Ray, will you play the victim role if you get evicted? Why do you want an opinion?
I'm going to go for a piss. I'll be right back. Sorry.
Yeah. And see, this is fascinating today because how many people are out there actually betting against me, right? Like Paul, he's presenting these constant narratives that I'm a man not to be listened to. He demonstrates it by coming over, showing disrespect and his lack of authenticity. I'm going to give you one last chance if you're here, Paul. Otherwise, you are done for the day. What is
false power dynamic?
Where do you see that?
It doesn't matter if I'm done here for the day or forever. It's not going to change your reality and the outcome.
Right. And then my reality is different than your delusional narrative.
Absolutely, it is. You have no friends, no family.
Fuck off. Leave for the day, Paul. You're done. It's a child, an absolute child who needs, you know what? Maybe Paul didn't receive enough discipline in his life.
Man,
I'm not sure if he received a lack of discipline or a lack of compassion. He obviously lacks both. So now that I've been insulted again today, and I'm sorry for the viewers who tune in to see that. If you've tuned in to see me getting insulted, please look in your heart. Okay? Because what I'm sincerely talking, the topic today is how to live, love, and enjoy life. Hey, that's pretty ugly. You can leave. Actually, why are you modded if you're that attitude towards me?
That's tough shit.
Wait a minute. Pretty ugly. I mistook that. I misread what you said. Sorry for that. Damn.
It's tough. I'm just gonna keep drinking.
Why?
It's the best I can do.
Maybe it was in the past, but what if there's different ways?
It don't matter. You had different paths with your drinking. I got my current drinking pass. It's current. I drink.
How long have you? Are you willing to discuss it?
Yeah, absolutely, brother.
How long? What is that? Devil's Cut?
Yep. The Devil's Cut. That's fucking. It smells great.
Is that cinnamon flavor? Is that something like that or no?
No, fuck no. No, fuck.
It's just a bourbon. Or not just, but it's a bourbon.
Who sent me here?
What's that?
Who sent me here?
That's a good question. Who do you think?
Me.
Do you know what it was?
Yep.
What brought you? What brought you here? What do you think?
Just watching you.
But do you know
you came up on my YouTube live feeds because I follow certain shit. I'm always there. You know, Eric Brandt follower, this, that, and been there since day one. And then you popped up one day, I'm like, click, boom, oh shit. Hey, this guy, he's cool as shit. So I get to come over here, do some songs and shit. That's cool.
I got you.
All right. And I stretch your name out to a couple of people I know. I'm like, yeah, we know him.
I appreciate that. I appreciate sharing and promotion. Because I think there's actually something more going on here. You mentioned earlier you're trying to figure it out, and I think that's wonderful that you are here. Now, here's something I want to offer to you, though. It may appear that you made the choices, right? That the algorithms brought my face into your feed, and it may appear you made the choice to tune in and even to join today. But what if there's a greater spirit that's moving you?
No, when you say shit like that, I'm gonna slap you in the fucking face because that's just goddamn stupid. Come on now. It's fucking YouTube, this is fucking internet. Come on now, don't be so goddamn stupid. Pay attention.
No, I'm talking about
the fuck attention.
I am. I'm discussing the spiritual aspects of life that are a little more.
That's why I fit into fucking oh god, there's so many goddamn names. I've listened to them all.
Well, all of the past brought you here today. And I'm telling you, there is something.
Oh, I'm here because I'm drinking.
You're making those choices for sure. And here's what I'm wondering, Jason, every day, here's what I've realized. Every single day we go through the day, we have different conversations, do different things. There's a greater plan and a greater purpose that's revealed through those. So in each moment we get to decide and evaluate based on what the world is showing. We get to decide, what do I do? So I'm sitting here honestly with you, Jason, and I'm wondering, what do I do? Because you are a great guy by the sounds of it, by the small little bit.
I love singing. And like you kind of remind me of Rex A. Fridgerson. Do you know Rex?
No.
Rex Fridgerson? No. Okay. Well, 20 people in chat know what I'm referring to, and I'm not going to refer it to you.
All right.
You're going to have to do your own due diligence.
All right. I appreciate that.
But man, I love singing. My kids are my life. My wife is my life. I'm a fucking drunk. I love to drink. I love to drunk. At the end of the day,
you want to be real about this?
Yeah, absolutely. Come on.
All right. You think the wife and kids love the drunk, or they love the man?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, you want to talk about the man? Oh, sovereign citizen shit. Let's go on.
Well, I think you're more than a drunk.
Is it the man?
I think you're more than a drunk, and I think the wife and kids see more than just that as well.
Okay.
I'm wondering if you're holding on to.
What's up, bro?
It's good.
Could be other ideas. Welcome, Joe.
I know, right? I know. I hear what you're saying.
Okay.
Jack.
Welcome, brother.
Thank you. Look like you're doing good. And I've been knowing Jason for years, and we never had that conversation. Look like you were about to have why you're a raging alcoholic. So I'm interested, and I'll sit back. You're doing good.
Yeah.
Well, I'll kick in because I'm curious too, man.
Right.
Well, what I was trying to offer to Jason is that I feel like this may be a test, or it's either a test or a lesson, or it's an opportunity, right? It's an opportunity for all those things. Jason, I know how much life can improve by tackling some of the things that aren't helpful for us. I know that a regular drinking habit, it's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for the wife, for the kids. It's not healthy for your future. And you know that.
Do you agree so far, Jason?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
absolutely. I know you also don't need lectures. Okay. So that's not what I want to do. But what I do want to offer you, okay, is I want to plant a seed of thought for you to consider.
Okay.
I know that magic happens, right? I know miracles happen in this world, in this life. Miracles and transformations happen. Things change very rapidly. I want to just offer to you. I think you could benefit. I think we could both benefit, honestly. If you allow us to try this, I think both of us could benefit from this. A conversation about how your life could improve by letting go of the drinking.
I was waiting for you to stop speaking. That was going to be my question, Jason. How would your life improve if you stopped drinking? And you ended verbatim. So
beautiful, because that is really that's the key.
Wouldn't improve much.
Yep. Are you willing to explore that?
Yeah.
Hey, we've got.
Oh fuck! I feel like I'm in a fucking courtroom right now.
No, and actually, I do not want you to feel that way. I got something. Give me just a moment. There's someone else here in the back, and
somebody else up back. Oh shit!
The Inquisition.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, my name is the Spanish Inquisition. I'm an alcoholic.
That's my brother.
Okay.
How you doing, Jack? How's it been?
My brother was good, bro.
Actually, I have a feeling this might be our friend Rant.
But nobody expects the Inquisition, okay?
Right.
Your mic's booming, Rant.
Yeah.
Hold on.
The mic is odd. I was trying to make some adjustments, but I don't know what's going on. Welcome, Inquisition. The Inquisition. And you know what? Jason was already feeling that way. So I don't want to bring an Inquisition against him. That's not
good
the purpose
timing
today. All right.
Girl, I don't want to let up on this dude.
How you doing now, Jack? Is it better?
It's a lot better.
All right.
Thank you.
I've never, asked Jason about that shit, and I believe in signs and symbols. You're an ex-alcoholic. Jason was open to discuss. I damn near didn't even hop up here.
Hey, you know that 12-step program is like a conveyor belt to Freemasonry, isn't it?
I don't know.
Hey, I got a question for the panel. All right. What happens if you got one guy and he puts a puppet on each hand, right? And then you teach one of the puppet tricks, and then you teach the other puppet some tricks, and then the two puppets have a conversation, and now you have learning, right?
I don't know.
Just thought to be thought about.
And nobody learned nothing, right?
Because that's the concept of like AI, right?
That's my brother.
How you gonna have artificial intelligence, Bo?
I'm not sure what
I think he's saying it's not learning. The two puppets aren't really learning. They can only spit out what the fuck they've been told. AI, maybe he's saying that it's not really learning.
Thank you, Joe.
I'm guessing. I might be wrong.
I think you may be. That may have helped. I want to come back, though, to Jason, if we can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Put you off there. Have you considered, actually, how long have you been drinking pretty regular?
Oh, for the last fucking 7 years.
7 years.
Yeah.
Very regular.
Seventh letter in the alphabet is the G.
Very fucking regular.
Did you know that?
Do you want to know the prior life, or are you just looking about the drink?
7 is also a magical number of pantheons.
Hold on a moment, please. So, I mean, there's a reason I'm asking. And then the next question was, have you considered quitting or changing? I mean, you seem comfortable.
Hell no.
All right. So
Why not, Jason? Why not? If that's a simple question.
Hey, Jack, look, he's got blue lights like you used to have.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a thing in between agents? They put out the blue lights to let each other know?
Because I enjoy having a beer.
He's got the green ambiance, you know what I'm saying? Because he's in the green level of initiation in the checkerboard pattern of masonry.
Got the checkerboard. I wasn't going to say nothing.
But he's just an initiate, you know what I'm saying? Jack is really the real high wizard in this fucking neck of the woods. Everybody knows that. You ever seen the sigil hand magic? It's on fleek.
Here is another test being offered to me.
Okay?
Because I'm actually, your Inquisition, your audio it's still strong and it's not very good. It's not.
Hold on, let me edit it.
It's not pleasant to hear. And then the other part is, I wish you kind of read the room a little bit here.
Yeah, you can't touch Jason. You're trying, but it's very.
So goddamn pretty.
Oh, hello. Are we better?
Hey, I'm gonna bail Jack and let you rap with Jason.
All right, brother. Thank you, Joe. No, the audio is still not that great. So here's
what you got.
Well,
some kind of room. Is there like special symbols that I'm not attuned to that I'm supposed to be reading? Because you keep telling me to read the room, but what am I supposed to be reading here?
Try to read the room to figure out what your purpose is. I'm confident your purpose is not to interrupt me. I would hope to support what I'm trying to do here. Chaos.
I would definitely not want to interrupt what you had going on. Please continue.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Because that's what I was asking you to read the room, is see what was going on. I mean, honestly, Jason, I don't know you, and you've not asked or even invited me to offer this. But
just do karaoke.
I know how much drinking can create these veils on our minds. And dude, there is greater health to be found by changing and walking away from those spirits. Those spirits are not encouraging for you and your success.
Oh, fuck no.
Hey, here's the thing. Yes, it probably helps you sleep better. It probably helps you calm down, and maybe even you can focus on some of your jobs, some of your tasks better after a drink. I understand. I do. I really do. But I also know, I remember the patterns of recovery. Maybe you don't deal with that too much, but the upset stomach or a little queasiness the next day, the acid gut after, not enough food, too much booze. I've been there. I know it doesn't feel that great. I don't know what your plan or hopes are for the future, but what I said, where I feel like I'm being, what's that?
Do you worry about me?
I care about you. I care about you deeply.
Why?
Why? Because of the kindness and I believe, authenticity you've shown. You present to me as a genuine man, a genuine person. You've also said you've got a family, you got a wife, you've got a kid. You're another man alive at this time dealing with the craziness of this world. I feel for you.
No, you were just rating me on the fucking YouTube world. That's what throws my mind off.
YouTube is part of the real world to me.
Oh, okay.
This is not the real world, Jack.
Well, that comes back to
no! Don't you fucking dare rewind.
Well, no, I've been asking this question. I've been asking this a long time here on YouTube.
Shit?
Huh?
It hurt your feels, right? I get you.
Well,
I can tell you it's not real because most people don't act the way that they act in real life on the internet.
Yes and no. You're right. Yes,
well, you can't say yes and no. I mean, look, there's people that just are the way they are, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I would have a problem with portraying myself as anything but me. And if I wasn't comfortable with who I really was, I wouldn't even come on the fucking internet. But there's people that want to come on the internet, and they're pieces of shit. You know what I mean? And they come out here and they put on a mask and they bolster up this false ego that they create in their imagination. And now that becomes their identity. They identify as that. And so now they've,
you understand it? Listen,
you know what I'm saying? They've basically pulled a Jedi mind trick on themselves where they've created this fucking, you know, this alter ego that exists in this virtual world. And now they can interact with people and people treat them like a good person because that's what they're perceived to be. And they crave this because in real life, people shun them because they're actual pieces of shit.
Is that what you...
that's fact.
Really...
That's my analysis of a lot of the people on the internet. I come in and out of these worlds, you know?
Brother, there is absolutely...
I am in it, but not of it, you know?
Would you listen just for a moment, please? Hey, Jason, calm down, man.
No, pop me. Fact.
Hey.
Did you not just hear what my brother said?
All criticism is truly self-criticism. It has been my experience. And
you're going to go to God. Let's talk to God.
Jason, if you can't, why don't you please try and read the room? Okay, it's your turn this time, please.
But Jack, I wasn't accusing anyone. I was speaking in generalized statements. And if you take that personally, then I can understand why you would see as me identifying as that myself. I'm just stating an analysis.
Time out. Yes, I understand that. What I want to offer you to consider, Jason, what I want to offer you,
see what you did.
What I want to offer you to consider is, please, in my experience, there is something happening in my experience where my past has brought me this awareness. And what I see people doing is they project themselves onto me, or they reveal themselves in their projections in front of me.
Nobody done that shit. Nobody done that shit. Son, I've been following you, son. I've been following you, son.
Well, I know. And you're a confused man, though, Jason. And Jason, I've been showing kindness and respect. So please recognize that and don't.
What would you do without Jason? Jack, we need the both J's to complete the Hegelian dialectics of the operation.
No, my operation is to do what I set out to do, which is to share words and perspectives on how to live, love, and enjoy life, how to live from where you're at, you know.
Jack, can you sing us a song?
No.
No?
No, I won't.
Is this your version of living your life, Jack?
What's that?
Is this your version of living your life? Is this the climax pinnacle of life to be here on YouTube telling people how to live their life?
Dude, you obviously haven't been listening to me, have you?
I have. I just don't understand how you're living your life.
Not if you're going to present an ignorant conclusion like that. I've been saying from day one, this is a step. This is a path for the greater goal. The greater goal is to find a way to bring light, to bring the darkness to light, to bring the truth into common knowing, and so to end legal secrets, end wars. That's what my purpose is.
You did, motherfucker.
But you would have to first do that from within.
What makes you think I have not? See, you're projecting your insecurities, your assumptions. You're jumping to these conclusions, and I'm telling you, brother. I'm telling you.
If you had achieved the status,
there are better conversations to be had. Why don't you test my knowledge instead of just testing my patience or testing?
What I'm saying is, Jack, if you had achieved this higher and enlightened, awareness and status mentally and spiritually, then you wouldn't be thrown around by the current of reality. I watch your pendulum thrown left and right all day.
Hold on. What makes you think I am thrown around?
Nice to meet you, Jack. I'm Jason Gaudet. It was great to meet you.
I mean, for the most part, Jack, even though you try to mask your emotions, you basically wear them on your sleeves. You know what I mean? And it's also apparent.
What's your point?
Well, my point is that if you had achieved this enlightened state, you would not be tossed around by the sea of ever-turning emotions.
But see, you're taking small bits and you're exaggerating to present an inflated conclusion. You're very creative, and you're one of the many creative, strong gaslighters, manipulators I've encountered here on YouTube. Now, you do actually better at listening than I think many others have. But that's what is stumbling for me, a little confusing. I guess I assumed more out of you.
I mean, I don't really gauge my self-worth based on how others assume I am.
Well, I'm encouraging you to just consider the way things are with me instead of falling into the patterns that others have shown you, right? Where I'm consistently defending myself against imagined beliefs or doubts. I mean, brother, I'm a man of faith just like you. Similar to you.
Yeah,
I'm a man of faith in God.
Jack, how does it feel to I know, respect, Jack. I don't mean to fucking disqualify you, but Jack, how does it feel to be torn down on your own fucking panel?
Thank you. It used to piss me off a lot. Today, it doesn't piss me off as much. It
doesn't piss you off right now?
Well, I just realize it's a loss. We're losing an opportunity. We could be having.
We're losing opportunities. Okay.
We could be having inspiring conversations, exploring greater knowledge. But many of the conversations, when people join the panel, what happens is it's all about arguing over characters, arguing over opinions and perceptions. So,
do you have something to hide, Jack? Do you have a bad past?
No, I've been fully transparent and open about my life, and this is what I mean. I believe there are lessons from my life that are intended to be shared with the greater world. There are lessons that others have learned. There's lessons that others have not learned.
You look like
I've just been gathering knowledge, and I've been growing in my life, my personal development,
Inquisition, respect, brother. Thanks, bro.
I mean, okay, so what is the point? You know what I mean? What do you come out here to do?
There's a number of things. I believe my end goal.
What's your main, main objective?
To share the truth of God's love and to bring peace to the world.
Well,
what did you do?
Hold on, Jason. Hold on a second, Jason. Sorry. So, Jack, right? If this is what you're claiming, right, then you have to follow what it says in the Bible, and you understand by what the Bible says, Jack, that you can't bring peace onto the world.
No,
right?
Without God.
No, not even that. It explains that we have to have the tribulations, and Jesus Christ has to come back to bring peace into the world. No man can do that.
This is the problem.
No man can do that, Jack.
No man.
Would you please chill out, Jason? See, you're getting the children emotions worked up here. We can. The way
I'm not doing anything, Jack. I'm just speaking with you.
Right. The way you presented it is with a narrow, dogmatic, a religious perspective. Now, my faith is in God. My faith is in the truth, and the truth and God are not limited by what a book said could happen. I trust that everything in the book is for a reason. I actually think that. Right now,
who is your God?
Go, bro.
Pardon?
What God is your God? Because there are many people who claim to worship God,
in what I have said repeatedly in my different explanations that you have heard, what would you say my answer would be?
I think you're a fucking half fucking wit and you have no fucking business here, brother. And I'm fucking coming after you, son.
I think you're revealing what's within yourself. And you're showing your confusion.
You're fucking done, kid.
So you say.
So, Jack.
You fucking heard me. You fucking heard me.
Like, I get what you're saying, but at the end of the day, right, the issue we had, for example, in the times of Jesus Christ with the Pharisees, is those Pharisees claimed to worship God. Now, Jesus Christ confronted these Pharisees. He said, yo, y'all is the synagogue of Satan. You are of your father, the devil, right? And these people were claiming to worship God,
right?
But their God was Satan,
right?
I mean, they were just unaware of this, right? But now, Jesus Christ came to give us.
I think you are serving Satan right now as,
that's not true.
As the role of opposer and playing the role of an agent of chaos. See, an agent of chaos disrupts the truth from being shared. And the constant outbursts by the intoxicated one and the constant confusion and disagreements by the other arrogant one have been really disruptive. Welcome, Flo. Are you?
I came to add some balance, but I guess I see that you've already got it handled. My work here is done.
Unless you want to continue, I'm happy.
Oh no,
you're a fucking pedophile.
All right.
That's a new one.
What's that?
I've already met Rand before. I'm okay talking to him. I have no interest in continuing.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I appreciate that you were willing to jump on and bring some balance.
Yeah. Rant finds everywhere eventually.
It's fascinating. I mean, Rant is another one. He does contain quite a bit of wisdom, quite a bit of the right words, but he's just let it go to his head. So he's got this supreme arrogance about
knowledge, not wisdom.
There you go. Thank you.
If you can't use it in a way that people won't instantly reject, that's not really wise, is it? It's just hubristic.
Well, as you say those words, those are true. Damn it. They apply to me as well.
Well, I mean, you are not abrasive with your hubris, usually.
Thanks, Flo. I appreciate it.
It takes a certain amount of arrogance to want to have a YouTube channel and have people listen to you talk about things. So we're all in that boat.
Thank you. Yes. There's levels to it, and it doesn't need to get completely out of hand. Hey, we got Tarek here. Welcome,
Hey,
Tarek.
Jack. Hey, Jack. How are you? Full stay. How are you?
Salute.
Yeah, I came up to kind of comment down. It looked like it was getting out of hand, but I don't see nobody on the panel. But full stay.
Tarek and I were doing the same shit. We're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So who was the other goof? Was he drunk or had Down syndrome or what?
He's drunk. He's got a drinking. He has a pattern of drinking that he is apparently proud and comfortable with. Joe was on here briefly because apparently Joe's known him for a while. He seems like a good guy. And this is what I mean. I think there's a reason the universe brought him to this panel to meet. But when he's drunk,
I agree.
all I can do is offer the idea.
But Jack, can I ask a question? He looked a little bit more not just drunk. I don't know. I looked in his eyes. He didn't look like he was just drinking to me. I don't know if you saw the same thing or not, if Flow State did.
You think that he's a transsexual too?
No.
No, that's Paul. Paul's in love with you. I think Paul's really in love with Flow State. Paul, leave Flow State alone, dude. He's married. She's listening.
She is listening. She's sitting right beside me.
No, I'm saying.
She knows that Paul's not my type, anyways. Though, so it will never work out between us. But if he were a skinny blonde psycho chick, I'd be concerned.
Holy cow!
Only indirectly. It was only.
Oh.
You see, not to bring the focus there, but did you see his ridiculous efforts here, Paul?
I didn't.
What's that? I glitched out for a second.
No, I was asking if you saw when Paul showed up here. I mean, holy crap, that boy, that little bitch boy is very triggered today.
Why?
I don't know, Jack. The rumor is he's not getting any contribution. He's low on weed. He's grumpy.
There are those people who are just fine until you meet them one day when they're not high and they're miserable. I don't know if he is. Well, he probably is one, actually.
I could imagine. Well, there's just so much bitterness anyway, but holy crap. I think he's having a rough day because first I saw Scott. Scott apparently showed up and offered him some feedback on his behavior, and then I showed up and I don't know what I did, but he flipped out. Oh, I know what I did.
You know what? I just clicked on right as you were like, I'm gonna go, and heard about 30 seconds of him coming undone, but I did not see or hear what you even said. I don't know. Prayers to Paul.
Well, yeah.
That he overcomes whatever obstacle he's trying to stand up on.
Absolutely. See, prayers to many people. I mean, there's just so many. There are so many examples of people here on YouTube. And I know this is I don't know, actually, is this a good or a poor indicator of what the common world would be? It's got to be a poor indicator, right, Flo?
No, I don't think so.
You think the world is filled with people like this?
I mean, a poor indicator. You mean a poor sample of what people in the world are really like?
Yes.
Yeah, it's probably not an accurate one. You've probably got a lot more people who are narcissistic, for sure. But
yes,
everybody's got some of those traits to a degree. I think that it's safe to say that you and I have not excessive amounts, but healthy servings of them. Tarek doesn't have his own channel, but he does like the drama.
Just a little bit. It's kind of fun.
And the ladies.
I admit it.
Yep.
I admit it now.
I see that.
Oh yeah. Now it's the new thing, Jack. I'm not gonna leave Paul alone. The new thing is Paul's in love with Flow State, and he should leave him alone because Flow State's got a wife. This is the new thing I'm starting pushing lately because he won't. It's like he keeps talking about drama all day, and these guys bring drama to me. Flow State brings drama to me, and he's the one that's always looking for the fucking drama, dude.
I invited him to come talk on my channel. He declined. I offered to come on his channel, or told him to unblock me, and he only wants to fight out on Jack's channel, which
yeah, only on Jack's. He won't come to yours. He's too scared.
It's ridiculous. It's just utterly illogical. I mean,
it is. It is.
He complains about having disagreements with everyone. He presents a false claim that anyone can approach him and anyone can discuss anything with him, and he's full of shit. He avoids opportunities. I don't know, man. But this is the world we live in. The world is filled with people who are in denial. This is, and God bless, this is what I'm dealing with in real life here in my town too. People are nuts, man.
Yeah, I think that more interesting or useful than is this a good sample size of the general population is why is this my sample size of the general population?
I agree. I've been asking myself that. What within me is attracting this? What within me is creating
I
this?
think that you indulge it and I engage it.
Could be. I think you're right. That's certainly, yes, it's certainly dragged it out. Then the question is why? What is it within me that wants to indulge this? Why?
Probably part escapism.
I've got answers, and it's a neediness. It's a insecurity.
But sometimes things happen, or things operate in ways that we don't know consciously, right? Like you're developing a hell of a thick skin and patience. Like
I have been. That is something I am proud of and appreciative.
Yeah, you have been, Jack. Yep. I agree with Foster. You have been more patient, more better at dealing with these monkeys.
Yeah, thank you. Well, and part of that too was people like Margot. I mean, I reflected on myself yesterday, and I could have interacted with Margot differently. There was a lot of different choices.
She's a tough cookie, Jack.
yeah, and she definitely. Look, I gave you the code in the comments yesterday. I typed it in the chat. You got to go back and read the comments. I gave you the key to crack Margot.
Oh yeah, I see that, but I forgot it was.
Actually, I think if I know what you're talking about, I think you're right. I think you are insightful as far as the reason.
She's demanding that you be demanding.
Yep.
Yeah. Boy.
Which I have opposed, but there is a value in that.
Why? I'm curious to why.
Why I'm opposed to.
Why you're opposed to being more assertive. It seems ideological more than natural, just from my opinion. Like, you don't seem uncomfortable being commanding.
No.
You were in the fucking union.
I used to have a lot of, maybe it's lingering still. I used to have a lot of apprehension about making decisions, any decision. I was always afraid of being wrong. So I wonder if I'm still lingering some of that stuff. Hey,
I was wondering if you were overcorrecting from being told you're dangerous by your employer.
Overcorrecting with what?
The post office said that you shouldn't come back to work because you were dangerous. I was wondering if it was an overcorrection, that resistance to being, domineering, for lack of a better word. Oh, hey, nice picture.
I don't think so. We've got Brother Jumbie. You showed me in the back, showed me a camera. But
yeah, I'm here. I just, I was watching TV too. Didn't feel like being counted up. How you guys doing, man?
Doing good. Doing good. Welcome.
Hey, I wanted to say, Jack, me being a new to YouTube dude, I love your channel, bro. I feel like this is like, every time I see your live, I get like adult point of views, like from my hippie point of view. So I don't really think I'm going crazy most of the time. And it's random as fuck too, man, because it's like just some middle-aged white dude just speaking some shit, you know. And I'll just be in my garage doing work, man. It's good listening. I like I love your poise, man, because man, it takes some patience. You gotta develop some shit like that, and guys.
Hey, thank you.
I also wanted to apologize to Flow State, man. He caught me online on what I would like to call a nigga moment, in which and it had nothing to do with you, bro.
You're good.
I just want you to know, like, as a man, and just so you know.
Hey, absolutely. I have those moments too. I don't know what I call them. I gotta think of something else, but for sure, you're good.
Yeah, but relative to the conversation, I noticed that I'm currently going through a phase where I'm having the time of my life. I'm having my way, but I'm having to lay down the sword. I have to bite my tongue. I have to look the other way. I have to discern. Discernment is a word that smacked me in the middle of my fucking forehead last year, and it's been just sitting there like, hey, woo, is it worth it? So like I'm a very passionate dude, man, and like it's funny because YouTube has been an active experiment for me and something I'm working on. So every person I come across, they're like living content, and it's hilarious because I it's hilarious because they really fucking try it. Like they'll do everything to disturb or create some type of chaos, not knowing that I'm literally here to observe the chaos of this space and to record it back to the media in which I come from, which is the mixed martial arts world. So imagine a guy like me, 5 years retired from like 20 years of active pro competition, fought some of the baddest motherfuckers, right? Got beat up, all of it, man. Won some, lost some. Championships, I've been humbled, all of that. So I'm at the part of life where I'm trying to teach guys how to do it better and to use their talent and charisma and get out on these platforms, right?
Beautiful.
And then I meet a YouTube dude wearing a WWE persona, trying to like punk me with like something like doxing or I'm going to expose you. And I'm like, man, I'm a public figure, bro. You ain't shit you haven't been done already, man. Good luck. Yeah, you know, but it's hilarious to watch people actively try to disturb your peace. Just try to disturb your peace or your understanding, because if you can look okay, something I believe wholeheartedly, and I reheard it recently in a rap song. If you've never stared a devil face to face on your path, chances are you're going in the same direction. So I was right. And so
wow.
I'm a straight up reformed fucking shouldn't be alive. Everything's bonus levels. I have a family. I have a daughter, so I have to be the man she looks for in this world, right?
How old is she? Just out of curiosity. Mine's 13.
Oh, I'm on terrible twos, bro.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm a big brother. My mom ran a daycare. My aunts had like last ditch foster homes. So I know what like having adolescent girls is like a nightmare. So I'm crying already for things that haven't even happened yet, bro. Like,
You know, knock on wood, so far it's been pretty smooth for me. I got sole custody of her when she was your daughter's age, and
Okay.
so it's kind of been I've been an active father,
Right.
and so she's like my little person, right? So far, again, knock on wood, it's been great, but
Yeah, it's the journey, man. Cause like especially now in my field, I've seen I was raised by my mom. My dad was present, but he was a military West Indian playboy. You know, he was out doing the thing, man. No shirt, leather pants, living life, right? And mom's did her thing. So with that being said, like I understand women from knowing why my parents would never work out in a real setting as an adult in a healthy relationship. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, my biggest fear now, Flo, is like, I wonder how much of my asshole weighs or messed up epigenetics, or one thing I'm fighting now, which not a lot of people understand me on, is I'm constantly battling daily curses I know that are sent for me. I know they're coming. I know they're coming. I know they're around the corner, baby. And
I didn't hear that.
I said constantly battling curses that have been sent for me, like just circumstance.
Right.
Understanding of the landscape that we are now in 2024. Waking up and knowing that I'm not transracial, baby. I'm a West Indian chocolate black. I better get my ass up out there and do it and stay away from the LAPD while I'm doing it, you know? So like shit like that are things that you have to be conscious of, even while you're speaking, even while you're being, even while you're existing. So imagine being on a YouTube panel, and I ain't gonna say no names because, you know, as time would tell, Brother Jumbie was correct. I sit there, I was like, man, you spent so much time wasting of your life, energy, chance to do something great with every waking moment you have, to argue with a nigga named Chris Cully on the internet? That's insanity. The concept of it was insane because, like, when it comes to people who know me, they were like, yo, he does not know you're like a walking gimmick. I was like, nah, bro, he does. He's literally taking this serious. And those things really sat with me because I was like, wait, I gotta take responsibility in this too. Why am I going along with these goofballs? Jeez Louise, am I gonna platform this? Am I gonna put this back out? Am I gonna give this more fuel to flame on? Should I just let karma do her thing and mind my black ass business? You know? So I really enjoy spaces like this where I can just mind my black ass business, have fun, have a conversation, you know? I caught up with Flo because once I was on the case of whatever I was doing back then, I was looking around and I was like, man, Flo State's a cool guy. He probably thinks I'm some douche from LA on there trying to be tough. My bad, bro. I'm sorry, dude. No, real shit, man. Like,
it's all good. Actually, I think even by the end of that night, like, I think that it was, I don't know. Yeah, no, it's all good. Water under the bridge. I go at people too all the time and then have to. I've been in your situation a lot. I've lived my whole life having to go back and apologize for things. Sometimes I'm not even sure what I'm apologizing for. I just know everybody's mad at me, you know? So it's.
Yeah. I'm one of those guys. I hate. I want to make sure I always keep that green, good going energy when I'm leaving. You know, like I don't want nobody to think nothing wrong with them or nothing, man. That ain't cool, bro. Even if it's for what I'm understanding now, content. Jeez, content, AFAB, and
where was that? Who? That wasn't on my panel. Where was that?
I don't know. I don't know whose panel it was on, bro. It was literally like the holiday. I didn't have any work assignments for like 3 weeks. And so I hopped on this Stay Gold project I'm working on. And I was like, oh yeah, these dorks are online. And I remember I literally smoked like 3 bowls. I drank a Mountain Dew. I was like, let's go. I think it was just whoever was talking about boxing, because I'm very passionate about martial arts. I do commentary here. And so I got to be spot on with what I say with these fights, man. Because like if you say the wrong shit.
Oh yeah, because I was saying Mike Tyson threw the fight. That's right.
Yeah, and I'm in a space that where if you say the wrong thing about Mike Tyson or in an area, if you're like, let's say I'm on your panel, like, hey, you let that dude say that, you didn't say nothing. I might bump into him and have to. Nobody wants to have that conversation. Nobody. That man's presence is like 18 roaring lions, man. So I was like, nah, I got to say something. But I just think there's a common misconception with there is what you were saying. There's a lot of truth to fights being thrown. You were spot on. It's just a lot of guys don't have the insider info on how, why, and when they get thrown. Because
and I still stand by my opinion, regardless of your insider nonsense. So
no, you were. What I will say, without getting socked in the head about that fight, is sometimes in this sport, the betting goes to where it goes by the round, by the minute, right? And so you have big bodies making these bets. Sometimes somebody owes money in that corner, vice versa, to make that bet come to life. This is traditional old school boxing robbery crookery shit, right? So what would happen in a lot of those fights is those guys would have to survive long enough to clear the bet, and then they would fall. You know,
that makes sense. Yes.
It wasn't that it wasn't that everybody knew. Imagine only you know and Mike doesn't. And Mike he's going. And so that's how you build the mentality of
we're not going to convince each other, but that explanation does make sense. Yeah, but in my mind, that's still a thrown fight. That's still a thrown fight in my mind, though, right?
Yeah, that was a good fight. And the only reason I think I was really upset was because that whole thing was malarkey. But I was just I was being an agent of chaos, man, and I was having fun.
I like fighting too, so it's all good.
Yeah. I took that holiday season to be a Grinch, man. It was fun, bro. And then I was like, let me chill before every dog has his day, man. So let me mind my business. These people are out here going crazy. And once I started deep diving how deep that shit went, I was like, man, is this WWE? I got lost in it. I had to take a step back from a journalistic standpoint and commentary standpoint. Like, wait, am I K-fabbing? Is this K-fab? are these guys doing this all? And I was like, yo, this is nuts. That's when I realized that YouTube was a whole giant wormhole of weirdos projecting things they are not for money. And I was like, this is a crazy space, man. Yeah, that's why I like channels like Jack's. I like Aaron. Aaron's my guy, man. He's a psychopath, man. But he be having some shit on there, blow your brains out, you know. And
Aaron makes us look normal.
Yeah, I really like I really like spaces like this, man. I really think that more people should be able to talk about their lives, their mistakes, their experiences, their joys. Like, imagine going on a space and saying, like, I'm happy today, and everybody being like, man, fuck you for being happy, man. Stupid, why are you happy? And that conversation was crazy because regardless of where you're from, if you believe that there's a God and a God energy, whatever it is, you know, you shouldn't want to be the antithesis of that in arguments. And I was looking from a point of view of like, or is there like some scientific? Are they trying to come on like a sleazeball way to get their facts in? Or nah, man, it was just like being agents of chaos, just natural dissenters for what? For the lack of confusion, to not engage in conversation, to not come to some type of formal medium ground or anything, compromise. Then why are you here? Is the question we ask, you know, but I'm a coach in the gym, man. So I get to ask people, why are you here first thing, you know? And I just think that's the difference between real life and YouTube, what I'm learning. Yeah, and in my rant, the whole reason I started this Stay Gold project was because, and I don't mean to use profanity. I hope I don't get anyone in trouble. But I was at my gym and I got a bunch of these little teen kids they're afraid of me, so they respect me because this is a tough city, you know. They heard all the stories about Mr. Murder Show, the urban legend, the West Indian monster, you know. And so now they want to be like me. They want to fight like me. So it's my opportunity to actually give back, right? But I heard one of these kids who was talking about some type of adolescent coming of age. He's making out with a girl or something. And I overhear him say, yeah, but I ain't going to hit it because I think she has mid-Jewish pussy. And I said, young man, what'd you say? And he said she had. I said, where'd you hear this? What? Because bro, I'm born in the 80s, bro. So like, that's not even some shit I heard on the block, bro. So I was like, what is this? He goes, oh, I heard a streamer say it. I said, say it where? And he said, YouTube. And for me, YouTube was like watching fights, maybe catching something on the news, maybe looking for a certain clip or something to post. I didn't go into the live or any of the sectors. And then when I saw these streams and then how it connected, and I started connecting the lingo in my gym to what I'm old. And I started talking to my friend who's he works in media, and I was like, bro, did I just reach the age where I'm the old guy? He goes, yeah, man. Mm-hmm. I got a 2-year-old, bro. He goes, well, you better jump in these wormholes and see what it is. And here I am, man. And it's crazy. I didn't even know the world existed. Didn't even know.
Oh, his phone's about to die. He may return later.
Okay.
Hey, everything you're saying though, brother, there's a perfection. There is a perfection to it all, to this life we're living. Early, you said my story. Lucky to be here. There's no reason I should be alive today, but somehow I am. Somehow I've got blessings and health and life. And I have a lot of faith and hope for the future.
Yeah.
This YouTube stuff, this realm, it's a new experience for me too, man. I didn't know this aspect of the world was there.
Yeah.
And now here I am.
And if you don't mind me asking, how old are you, Jack?
I turned 50 last year.
Oh, okay. Cause I'm 37.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah. You got some. Okay. So now I'm understanding George Carlin. Finally. Okay. Now I'm mad at my friends for not introducing me to Skid Row earlier. You know, stuff like that, man. And before I ramble on, I saw something in there where guys are like saying I'm a narcissist or I'm confident. Man, I'm not confident in shit except me. That's it. And who I am and where I am right now on my feet and what I can do with my capable abilities. I know that I know nothing and I'm learning a lot and I'm enjoying the journey of it. And I just think that people mistake my happiness for confidence, and that's cool. But if that's what I portray, man, that's gravy, baby. You know, but I wouldn't want anyone to think I know nothing more than anyone else. You know, and I'm learning right now. What I'm practicing is birds don't fly off last year's feathers. Meaning, I don't want to suffer from Al Bundy syndrome with a lot of things that I got to experience. I got to understand that a lot of the things that would be gold to others is just tangible data of great moments in time, man. You know? And so with that being said, I've noticed a certain piece I've gotten with letting go. Just letting go, man.
That's the lesson.
You know, and yeah, man, I just wish people would actually engage more because I like having conversations now. I find comedy and confrontation because that's where I find my confusion.
Okay.
You know, I've learned more now by just asking, hey, man, what do you mean by that? Mm-hmm. And by actually wanting to know what he meant instead of trying to be a tough guy or trying to cause something, you know. I'm just learning because I'm working on a project and I want it to be as comedic and genuine as possible. I'm just working on letting people dance in their own misery until we can have the actual conversation. Because this whole thing for me is all walking content, man. I'm learning, you know, and they take this shit so serious. I'm like, damn, bro, like, what you got going on, baby? You ain't getting no hugs at night, man. You know, you ain't got a phone call from somebody ask how you doing. Would you like one, brother? Because God damn, it's not that bad outside. You know, not that bad, man. You know, it could be worse. It could be worse, you know.
My friend, you have a beautiful light, beautiful energy to you. And as a young father, meeting, you know, with a young child, congratulations. Congratulations on these lessons of letting go, of staying curious, right? Of becoming more of a man. Good for you, man.
I want to learn the lessons as they come.
Amen.
I want to be able to I'll tell a story. Real story, man. Real shit. Just happened this weekend. I just flew back from fighting one of my friends out. He's a guy that a recurring story in my life was a day late and a dollar short, baby. You know, you were the guy that had the cape, but you just showed up. You know, carrying that weight would make me pack on a fake bravado or a chip on my shoulder because I didn't want to be accountable for why I wasn't prepared to be the person I needed to be if I was going to take position in that role. You know, so as a coach, man, this is I told this group I have now, and they got 4 more years of me, and I'm done. I'm going into management, and I'm just going to be a private coach for them. But I've seen so much in the industry that it broke my heart because it's what I gave my life to as a kid. It broke my heart, man. It really did. And instead of letting it keep me there, I got up off my ass and I said, I'm gonna be a martial artist. I'm gonna stick to what I promised my young self. I'm gonna be the guy I said I was gonna be. I'm gonna take the lessons. I'm gonna take the boss fights. I'm gonna go across the pond. I'm gonna come back. Just because I want to be able to go back to where I came from and let them know, like, you can never go too far when you can't to where you can't come back home again. You know, you just gotta have faith, and you gotta walk in your conviction in that. And man, building myself back up from rock bottom was the best thing I ever could have done for myself as a man, because mama didn't help, dad didn't help, my friends cared, but they gave me tasks, they gave me questions, they gave me reason, they gave me purpose, not money, not a handout.
Mm-hmm.
And so it allowed me to enjoy the end of my career so much more. And so now I'm in a position where I'm a handler for guys. When we go on the road, I got to make sure they're prepped, ready, taken care of. They know the game. I'm pretty much watching out for them, especially the younger guys, because they have a romance and don't understand the business. So when the business hits them, like, that check might be big, young man, but 50% of that's going to the state. And then you got to pay your coaches, management, whatever your costs were for camp. Whatever's left after that is yours, man. So you got to plan that out, type stuff. No one teaches these guys that when they, and then if these guys do have the normal fighter brain, which is, you know, they're going to go crazy if no one's there to help. So I'm blessed to be able to do that, because I fucked up so much and made it out alive. They're like, man, don't let them do it, please. And we'll pay you and you'll have fun. And I got a guy who's been like a friend of mine for a while, but I never trained him. I don't like training my friends, because if the accountability of coaching, if you get hurt, I got to take that on me, you know? So I finally took this guy on after he went on a skid. I made him take a year off and train with a better team. I put him in better spaces, but I was missing something, and I couldn't tell until we got on a plane. What I missed was I missed his long story short, he got on a plane with dirty clothes, disheveled, cards falling out of his pocket, dirty everything. He didn't look the part to be a main event fight in a different state, you know. So I was like, okay, I got my work cut out for me, obviously, but he's a stud in the gym. But I was protecting his head because he's coming off a concussion. And I was worried he had already taken too much damage to continue fighting. So you go out, it's a hangover of a weekend, meaning he's mentally a 17-year-old, but he's 30. And I missed that because he's so efficient in the gym. And so, mind you, what's on my head is protecting his head and monitoring him because of damage, because he's still a product. He's our friend too. And he goes out there and barely gets touched, and he falls and he goes stiff. And then another punch. I throw the towel in, hop in. Nope. I had to retire my friend because I could tell he has severe neurological damage that he's been hiding with stoicism and Andrew Tate quotes, and a solo man doesn't talk about his pain, he endures it. Nah, man, that's how you end up with Aaron Hernandez's and Chris Benoit's and stuff, the CTE. So after the fight, the promotion did their due diligence of just, you're okay, here's your paperwork, sign it, here's your money, go. I was like, no, let's go to the hospital. And we got him a real scan. He was there for a while and found out, luckily, he has some serious issues in his head that he shouldn't be taking punches or fights anymore. And if I wasn't there to catch that, I probably could have been that man's last night. And man, I had to tell him that. The same game that broke my heart did it again. Right in front of him, you know. I've been sitting in that for a few days because it's a lesson. It really is a lesson, and it was a blessing at the same time. It was an opportunity for me to be there. I'm not gonna lie, I shed tears, man. Because I felt like I was a day late and $1 short. I should have been there sooner. I should have been there faster, right? And the Uber driver home says, nah, man, that man is safe. He's loved. He's on his way back to family first class. Looks like you were right where you needed to be. And as I said, that Michigan snow and that ride home, I realized, like, yeah, man, that was a blessing. And I'm blessed that I was actually able to be there, man. because I don't, probably wouldn't have been my MO 5 years ago. Probably wouldn't have been my MO 2 years ago, you know? And then I opened my mind to new concepts, and I started realizing I know shit and I want to learn more. But yeah, just those things are things I sit with now personally, and I'm open with sharing now on any platform because, man, I'm a grown man. And grown men go through things, and they should be able to have conversations about real stuff like that. And yeah, man, that's life sometimes, but it shouldn't be for me to go online and just put that pain on someone else. You know, that's crazy. But yeah, man, martial arts really taught me a lot, and I have a chance to give back. And this whole YouTube thing, we're supposed to be creating a platform to where you can get more guys on here with good charisma, good energy, and so they can show a brighter side of the fight game, a more knowledgeable side or genuine side, rather than a me fighter, pay me money, show me women, you know. But having a good hearted debate and making comedy out of it is hilarious when you know the person that you're talking to doesn't know the thing that you're a professional in. You know, you just don't know it. But it's weird because I was talking to a YouTuber. He said he's going through imposter syndrome, even though he has a doctorate. Just because he's on YouTube trying to do these things, and these people are giving him so much pushback, it made him doubt himself. It made him doubt himself, man. That's crazy to me. So I'm glad I can discern. Discernment. Yeah, man, especially in chaos. But yeah, that was my rant, you know. How you doing today, Jack?
Good. Topic is along the lines of what you're talking about. Live, love, enjoy. And it's, when was this incident with the other fighter? How long ago was that?
I just got back yesterday.
Oh, blessings. So
Yeah.
that was recent. That's what you're saying.
Man.
You're still mulling this.
Oof.
You know,
I'm feeling it.
yes.
I'm not from it. What's coming from it? Let it come. Let me see.
Hey, brother, that I want to encourage and congratulate you, because yes, those situations, something like that it can tear us up inside. But what I have been practicing, what I've learned for myself, and I've been practicing consciously, is what I call experiential alchemy, right? With the trust and the faith, there's a creator and intelligence that's far more than me. And it reveals all the results of anything that I do, anything I see. So if I can have faith and trust in that which is greater than me,
Right.
then I can trust the things that happen are for me.
Right.
And so if it's for me, even though it feels like a tragedy, it looks like a stumble, whatever it may appear, it's for me. And if I can find that good, right? And that's what I see you doing. That's why I want to congratulate you, brother.
Man, yeah, I just I know I'm not the only one who's going to have to experience this. I know I'm not.
Yeah.
I fucking know it. And I can't be the guy when it calls again being like, what the, I don't know, man. Nah, that's not fair. Not fair. You know? And yeah, man, I just I think that's what life has been for me lately. A lot of those things, a lot of those old lessons, because I journal. I've always journaled to try to keep my brain about me. And like going back to conversations I was having with myself at 21, and then making those dreams come true, but telling them they came true a little different. And you did your shit, man. Good luck. I'm very proud of the young man that sacrificed and went through so much, because without his spirit, I wouldn't be here today. Even though I'm not that guy no more, you know? And yeah, people forget that. We come in seasons, man. We come in seasons. And I honestly believe we're not a man. Can't call yourself a man until it's over. It's what they say about you when you're done, bro. That's what funerals are for. That's how you know what kind of man you are.
Hey, I want to jump in here just for the viewers, because that lesson you shared, there's a lot of value in that. Journaling, keeping track of where you were. Just journaling does so many things, honestly. Gets our ideas, our thoughts, and our feelings out and lets us see where we're at. And keeping track of our growth, being able to see your achievements, being able to remember, oh yeah, I remember setting that goal. And
Yeah.
then finding it's achieved, but maybe in a different path or a different way, right? That's cool.
I saw more of my dreams when I put the sword down. When I was off the battlefield, I saw more. And I was in better positions. I could help people. I could train guys up. I could keep them from making the mistakes I made. I've lived a Rocky movie so many times that it's become like a theme to these guys. They know they can come see me. You want to get it right, man, we'll figure it out. I don't give up, but it's because people give up. They say they are who they are, but then stop for whatever reason. I personally believe opposition was created to see who you are. And at this point, that's it for me, and it's funny because even in this moment, I'm just grateful to be able to express words like that in an open space, Jack. I'm a grown man, and a lot of guys wouldn't even understand me when I say those words,
That's true. Hey, I want to encourage what was offered from the chat and invite you to return again in the future.
Yeah, man. I'm always, if I see the conversation, I'm be honest with you, I'm learning to protect my energy better because these YouTube streets, these boys. And Jack, you might get this without me getting too hippie. I'm West Indian, man, to the core, for real, man. I'm West Indian, and so it's funny people try to shake my faith. Come on, man, trying to shake my faith. I shouldn't even be alive, baby. I'm a walking miracle. You gotta relax, But I really enjoy the fact that I see someone else practicing humility and chaos, man. For real. I saw those things those guys were hurling at you, and I was really proud to see you just be like, hey, bro, what, huh? Like, nobody does that anymore. So good stuff, man. Dubstream, and I'll be back, bro, for sure.
Respect. Thank you. I'm going to do some final words and then wrap it up myself. But thank you sincerely for joining.
No problem, man. Thanks for having me.
All right. Peace. All of you, brothers and sisters, those who joined the panel, those who joined the chat during the stream, who may join at a later time, sincerely, thank you. Thank you for joining, for sharing this time, this couple of hours together. The topic of live, love, and joy, as usual, we cover a number of different topics, and I appreciate some of the testimony and some of the stories that were shared today. In my notes, something I wanted to come back to that Jumby was offering there. People get in their idea of success, but then they lose sight of it. And really, what I have been learning for myself, what I've been hearing from many different teachers, many different fields, many different people teaching similar things, the power of our minds, the power of manifestation, bringing forth the unseen into the seen, into the form. We are the conduits. We are the messengers. We are the capacitors, the generators, whatever term you want to identify for us. We are the path between the heavenly realm of ideas and spirit into the form. And we have everything we need. We've always had what we needed throughout your life, even when times were dark, even when times were tough. You've always had what you needed. If that wasn't true, you wouldn't have made it. Like Jumby, like many people, myself included, many of us, if we're honest, we are lucky to be alive today based on what we have experienced, seen, encountered, or overcome in the past. So, if that's true, if you can convince yourself of the truth of that, which it is, if you can convince yourself of the truth of that, remind yourself, no matter where you are on your journey, that's exactly where you need to be. The next road, the next path, the next choice, it's always just ahead. So if you can stay present, stay present and grounded and filled with kindness and peace and compassion and filled with the knowing of who you are in the present, and carry yourself moment by moment through the present, through time, as your authentic self, as the true nature of who you are, being honest about your thoughts, being honest about your feelings, being true to your greater desires. And to tie this back, right, bringing the as within is so without, and what is around us is the result of our past choices. Our past energies have brought forth what we experience today. So to gain a better future, start today, start in the now. And it starts with your mind getting clarity, envisioning that which you want to experience, that which you want to achieve, that which you want to grow into. Get clarity on that. Define within yourself, this is what I want, this is what I deserve, this is what I will achieve. And when you build that into yourself, start having that confidence, learning to trust in yourself, your spirit. If you just take the next right step, take the next right step and the next one. It may feel like you're turning corners and coming back to where you started, but it will bring you with different perspectives. It'll bring you with new ideas and new, every day we learn new. We learn more about ourselves. We learn more about the world around us. And if you can just learn how to be comfortable as you, with you, for you, being comfortable with you and for you so that you can share yourself more with others. That's the whole point. That's all we're supposed to do. We're here to love, to be vessels of love, vessels of creativity, here to bring forth the divine offerings, the divine goodness that we can discover for ourselves, that we can discover around the world for ourselves, with each other. We discover the good, we share the good, we grow the good, we nurture the good, and the good is who we become. I said a lot of words there. I'm going to wrap this up very briefly. I want to thank everyone who joined sincerely. Do help the algorithms, you know, the tools, the like, the subscribe, and do the notifications to see what happens next. And the goal, the idea, I'll bring this around more in the future as well, but to live presently, right? To become one with now, one with the moment. And then allow the next when the next moments reveal, when you move yourself into a new moment, a new task, allow the old moments to disappear and become one with the new moment. So live presently in the now, complete and whole. Be innocent. Be unconditional. And then just allow yourself to flow. Sincerely, brothers and sisters, thank you again. Choose love, peace for everyone, and live without fear. God bless us all.